Illegal sports betting is happening every single day in the state of Iowa. All you have to do is pop on the radio this afternoon and listen to talk radio, and they're talking about point spreads and betting lines and all that. Sports betting has been happening illegal for decades. It happened when I was in school 15 years ago. I remember we sat down with compliance and they would show us videos of what happens to you if you try to shave points or try to throw a game, and you get sent to prison. And so they really scared us into saying, you know, this is something that you shouldn't even consider. But the reality is if you go to an Iowa State or an Iowa game on a Saturday, there are bookies literally in the parking lot taking bets on their text or taking bets from the people at the tailgate on these games. And so the question is, should we just ignore it and pretend that doesn't happen? Or should we legalize it and regulate it so that if there are concerns and there is corruption happening, we have a better chance to find that and make sure it doesn't happen. So with the compliance that's in place at the universities, they do a really good job of keeping up with their student athletes to make sure that they don't get involved in things like this.
As I understand it, there is a proposal attached to this in the Senate whereby you wouldn't be able to bet in-game events. So for instance, if I'm the kicker for the Iowa Hawkeyes, you couldn't place a bet as to whether I'm going to miss that field goal, but that only applies for games within the state of Iowa.
Yeah.
Do you think that's something that's needed in the bill? Is there? Do you need more for Iowa colleges and universities?
I'm fine putting that in the bill, and really the concern there is these in-game prop bets where maybe one person can affect whether that bet wins or loses, and it's like one college kid that could affect that, how many shots they make or how many points they have, whether they make a kick or not. Those are things that are more ripe for corruption than if you win or lose a game. You know, as a single football player, it's very hard to win or lose a game as a single player. And so if that's what we need to do to get that bill passed, I think that there's no problem with that.